Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Surf Podcast. We are here on a Monday afternoon, due to deadlines being on Tuesday, joined by Mohamed Hussein and Razeen. And what's the big news for today, guys?
Ruben Amorim has been sacked as Manchester United manager. The unexpected has happened.
Yeah, man.
I was
Yeah,
very surprised. I thought they'll push it till the end of the season until they find someone better. Because, I mean, they're not terrible. They're sitting, still top half of the table, better than what it was last season. He's got a mad injury issues at the moment, but it came as a surprise. But I think with all the news coming out afterwards, with the strained relationships behind the scene, I think it makes sense why they've actually gotten rid of it.
Do you think it's because of what he said that was like, okay, now we can let you go? You were going to go anyway, but now we'll let you go now.
I think he knew already before then, to be honest, because I suspect reading some of the news is that they said he wasn't going to get any reinforcements in January anyway, because I think he had a bit of issues with some of the guys that have been running the club as well. So I think his comments were around, I don't have control over transfers and anything at the moment. So like, I mean, I didn't come here to be a coach. I came here to be a manager, and I think that was pretty much him resigned to the fact that he was going to get sacked anyway.
And you know what was
Yeah.
funny? In the post and in the statement, Manchester United said we're parting ways with our head coach, not with our manager.
Yeah, it's not.
Glasner has been linked for a while now, even prior to any of this happening. And Glasner has come out and said that he's not renewing his contract with Palace. So maybe there's something going on behind the scenes with that, and Ruben knows that he was going to be let go at the end of the season anyway. So he just made a bit of a fuss
I
prior.
think they'll make a mistake to go with another three at the back manager if they go for Glasner. I mean, the squad isn't set up for it, to be honest, but I don't think it's the right way for United to go, to be honest. I suspect they'll probably go for someone that plays four at the back attacking going forward.
So I think Fletcher is coming in as an interim coach for the
Yeah.
next game, and they might look for a caretaker manager till the end of the season. But who do you think, if not Glasner, who do you think should get the job, or who is in contention for the job?
I want Jose Mourinho for a short spell again, guys. I need it.
Oh,
Unfortunately, he's
so
doing well at Benfica, but it'll be so much fun to have him back for a short stint in the Premier League.
talking about De Zerbi today.
Yeah, I think Xavi's also been in the mix
Yeah.
as well because he's been linked with a few clubs. Anytime a job post opens, Xavi is usually linked to a lot of the clubs. But I think De Zerbi might be fine as well because I mean he's also doing reasonably decent there in Marseille, and I mean he plays that attractive style of football. But again, he's a very vocal type of guy as well, right? I mean, Amorim was reasonably okay with things, but I mean, obviously he did voice his concerns out in public, and I think De Zerbi is the type where he doesn't hold back either.
And in terms of FPL assets, does this change anything really for United?
I think it makes the attackers a little bit more decent because the Amorim style never really worked around getting the attackers getting returns. I suspect Fletcher's going to play quite a attacking style of football with them and get them. Because surprisingly, if you look at the history of Man United's caretaker managers, they've all had reasonably good returns.
Van Nistelrooy got his job at Leicester after that. Solskjaer actually kept the job. So it'll be interesting to see. So talk us through your team and what you're thinking about this week. Like, are you going to sell Van Dijk? Who are you bringing in? Any other transfers?
I'm surprisingly looking at Van Dijk to Tarkowski, even though Everton collected 4 this week. I still think their fixtures are really good, to be honest, because I considered Thiaw anyway, but I think they only short term have a couple of good fixtures, and I want someone that I'm going to probably keep for much longer term. And I mean, even Tarkowski, they conceded 4 goals, and he still ended up with 2 points because he got DEFCON. So I'm likely going to go towards him, especially with Brathwaite coming. Is going to be fit, and plus it's close to the end of AFCON soon as well. So they'll start getting some of their players back from AFCON Sundia and stuff. So I expect them to be a little bit better over the next few weeks. So that's most likely my one transfer for this week. I've got 2, but I don't see myself making another transfer because I think Slot said Ekatike may be back for the Arsenal game, so I'll probably play him anyway.
Razeen, your side?
I only have one transfer, and then there's obviously the 1.5 week break before the next deadline after this game week. So I'm thinking of just rolling and regrouping a bit and then making 2 or even taking a hit and taking a -4 to get 3 transfers before the next deadline, just so that I can reshape my team up a little bit, after the FA Cup weekend. I think that'll help a bit because I'm not too happy either I've got 4 in this Liverpool Arsenal game. Arsenal-Liverpool game at the Emirates. I mean, not really looking forward to seeing Liverpool go there at this point in time, to be honest. But yeah, I just got to roll with it and see what happens. I've got Lewis Potter on the bench, so I could maybe play around with it because he'll probably start after his benching in the last game. So we'll see maybe a substitution or two, but I don't see myself making a transfer.
Because I also think Bruno's back potentially after that FA Cup weekend as well. So that really opens up options once he's back. And I think also Dewsbury Hall was also touted to be back end of that time. So like, to get rid of the likes of Anderson and the like was really stinking up my team at the moment with his 4-pointer every week, which I'm grateful for because it's better than most of my other players. But
I'm enjoying the 4 points.
Great.
It comes off the bench every week for me. But the thing is, I put Wilson behind him, and Wilson gets gets more points.
No, my benching's been bad. I benched Mukiele further back on my bench twice, and I keep because my usual habits, and it's still bad habits from last season, where you always bench the midfielder at bench number 1. And Potts came off the bench with 1, and Mukiele had 4 that was sitting as my second sub. So I got to get into a better habit of my DEFCON defenders sitting as my first sub. So I'd rather have them coming on than I think it is.
Returns are much easier. Yeah, returns are much easier. From my side, I'm thinking of rolling this week. I actually regret making my transfer. I took off Minte for Rodgers instead of just playing Anderson or Wilson, which it turns out I got more points had I not make the transfer. And initially I was debating, the reason I brought Rodgers in and not Watkins, I almost sold Thiago for Watkins, which I'm also happy I didn't do, but was to sell Van Dijk to Gabriel. Now I have enough money to do that, and even if the price goes up by 0.2 over the next week, I can still do that. The thing is, I don't particularly want to bring in Gabriel against Liverpool, although it's probably a good move because Liverpool concede a lot. I feel like holding and just waiting one more week and seeing, Vincent Ekitike is not going to play, then I'm rather going to get rid of Ekitike, and then maybe I can.
Do you really want to be selling Ekitike before Burnley?
If he's not going to play, it sounds like he picked up something and he went for an MRI. Now, if there's something concerning on the MRI,
a small hamstring issue, nothing serious. It seems okay. He says he might make the Arsenal game, but he said he's not confirmed.
To be honest, though, long term, I do actually want to sell him. I just feel it's just not worth it. So,
but who do you sell him to? Who do you sell him to? That's the question.
Watkins is the obvious replacement if you don't have Villa investment. I might take you might look at they're quite expensive, but someone like Vissa or Voltemada, but now they're rotating as well, so not ideal.
There's no security of minutes there.
Yeah, so I was actually looking back at Chelsea when they got a good run, I think after game week 22.
Yeah,
João Pedro's at
actually from this
price.
Week they've got Fulham in this game week, and then their run is very decent. So I think Fulham's a good fixture for them as well.
Yeah. So that João Pedro, he seems to be involved. If they do kick on, then he might get points. I do want to take out Foden as well eventually. So
do you not consider going super cheap and playing Haaland, Thiago as your front two, and then selling Ekitike to someone cheaper and then investing it further into your midfield, like for example a Palmer or
I might do that.
Saving up some money to bring Bruno in.
Right now, I don't want to do Bruno until I see what's happening at United. I might as well just keep Cunha until then anyway. And if I want to upgrade, I might upgrade Foden to Palmer and upgrade someone else to Cherki to keep that cover. So I feel I can still get away. I might go cheaper. I don't think I need João Pedro and Palmer. So I'll see. I haven't really thought that far ahead. But for this week, I think I'm going to roll and then probably get Gabriel in next week. And that'll be long term. And then I also want to get rid of Van Dijk.
Van Dijk has to go.
Then I'll see.
I'm sick of it at this point in time. But I think he'll get DEFCON and a clean sheet this time with a 0-0 draw with Arsenal. I can just feel it happening.
You say that, but Konate...
Or maybe a bullet header.
Getting the DEFCON.
Yeah, or maybe a bullet header.
I wanted to ask you guys this. In terms of my team, I have Virgil first on the bench. Do you think that's wise? In terms, I got Hall playing Leeds, and I got Anderson playing Chelsea at home from Fulham. Do you think it's better to play Virgil there? And I got Timber as my other player. Do you think I feel like Arsenal's the best defense in the league. You have to play your best defender regardless
Yes,
of
I
the
agree.
team. Liverpool are not in the best form. Arsenal looking much better. So I want to play Timber for sure. But do you think Van Dijk steps ahead of Anderson?
It's actually a tough one, to be honest. But
I
you
wouldn't
know,
want to start Jumbo and Van Dijk in that game.
yeah.
That's the thing as
I
well.
also
But
think
at the same time,
Liverpool step up against the big teams. Like they turn it on. As much as they've been
yeah.
not
Yeah.
great this season, they've had their best performances against the best teams, I think. So
And it's probably my
it,
bias, but I'd start Van Dijk over Tumba.
So
I
who do you
think
think
this
wins
game
this
is going
game?
to show a lot. I think if
I agree.
Arsenal win this game, especially if they win it comfortably, then
Yes.
we can say, okay, it's curtains, I'll give it to them. But
Yeah.
I don't know. You just never know. Arsenal could go on a bad run of 4 or 5 games and everything could open up at the top. So
Yeah, and I
yeah,
mean
we'll
they've
see.
bottled 9 point leads and things before, right? So it's not anything new. I think Liverpool can get a win. They turn up against the big clubs.
But I think Arsenal, where they've bottled the league before, is when they've had injuries, they've had no depth, they've had no alternative. But this season, they've had the injuries and they've had great alternatives, particularly in the defensive areas. Let's talk a bit about some of the surprising results as well. West Ham lost 3-0 to Wolves.
That was shocking.
That was a bit
That
of a
was
shocker.
absolutely shocking. A lot of people were saying that Wolves get their first win, but I didn't expect it to be such a thumping like that. And Nuno's job is now at risk.
Yeah. The Brentford one was also a bit surprising. Everton usually quite strong at home. Liverpool, City, both of them drawing now 2 consecutive weeks in a row.
Surprisingly, though, on that Wolves
You
result,
miss.
a player to watch is that Mateus Mane, because he's 4.5 million striker in the game
Yeah.
at the moment, and he's been starting and playing like 90
Great.
minutes and things.
He's great. He's been everywhere in all their games.
Yeah.
Past few games I've been watching, and he's always getting on the ball, getting involved, and you just feel that if they get a good string of results going, he's going to be the main man.
Looking at the fixtures for this week, well, where are you guys hoping to get points from, and who should we be looking at?
Well, seeing as I have a lot of players in Arsenal, Liverpool, I'd like a lot of goals, but goals from players that I have. So I need Gabriel to score a set piece. If I don't end up getting rid of Van Dijk, I'd like Van Dijk to score a header. I'd really enjoy Ekitike playing and getting like a hat trick or something, and then maybe a Bukayo Saka hat trick and the game ending 4-4. That's where I see points coming from in hope. But more importantly, is it's going to probably be another sad week for me with so many players in that game. I don't look forward to it.
Get 2-2 in that Liverpool game, the Arsenal Liverpool game.
Yeah, I don't see a clean sheet there either.
And I've got Raya. I don't know if you start Dubravka instead. You might get some save points against United.
I think I'm putting my hopes on City. I'm definitely going to captain either Foden or Haaland. If Haaland blanks again, my week is going to
3
look
blanks
very
in a row
bad.
for Haaland, though, right? This is the third blank in a row. Do we trust him for captaincy one more time? The thing is, there's no other obvious option this coming week, unfortunately, and I think that's the sad part. Unless
You
you're
can
willing to
risk a
take a chance on
Cunha,
Cunha. Yeah, he's the only one I'd
but
really say is.
Razine's got an alternative in Cole Palmer. I mean, it's not the
Oh yes,
worst.
Chelsea have a decent fixture against Fulham, and I feel like Palmer scores against Fulham quite often, or Chelsea do get goals against them. So I think he's definitely a decent bet.
But I like Thiago against Sunderland for some reason. After that hat trick, he's just bouncing, and I know Sunderland's defense is, it's very 50-50 at the moment. Sunderland's defense, you're not 100% sure what to expect from them. So
if you guys have to pick one player that you think will perform this week, who do you think as a differential this week would perform?
I think maybe Tavernier against Spurs. So there was a stat I read today. Bournemouth haven't won in I think 11 games. They are 11 games out of win. But every time Spurs turns up against a team that hasn't gotten a result in a while, they end up getting thumped. So I expect Tavernier to get a decent return because
I'm actually going to go with the new manager bounce. Maybe I'll give Xerxes as my
you think
my
he'll play?
differential of the week.
Do you think he
I think he'll
plays
play. I
as
think he'll
in
play
the
over
10?
Sesko.
Or you think they both
as the number
play
9.
as the 10? Oh,
I think Xerxes is going to play up front.
maybe they'll get a better result like that. I don't know. But I think a Man United player is not a bad shot.
Yeah, I'm going to go Xerxes. And then I also back Grealish to do something. But yeah, Razim, you haven't given us your pick.
I'm going to go with Dominic Szoboszlai. He got the winner in August. It feels like a lifetime ago. That game against Arsenal at Anfield. And, every time he steps up to take a set piece since then, he's looked like prime Beckham until he actually connected with it. But I think this weekend he's going to show his class, especially with his pressing going forward. Such a big game away from home. You need that energy. You need that excitement. And I think he definitely brings that. And I won't be surprised to see him create some magic again in London.
But yeah, let's leave it at that for this week, and we'll catch up after this week.